All right, let's take a look at question number 12. We have to find the limit as x approaches 0 of 7 minus 3x squared cosine 1 over x squared using the squeeze theorem. Okay? All right, so to get started, we're going to take a look at the cosine function and take advantage of the periodic nature of the cosine function. Now, what we know for certainty is that cosine of any acceptable input value in the domain will cause the output to oscillate between 1 and -1. All right, so we can set up the inequality. -1 is less than or equal to cosine 1 over x squared, and that's less than or equal to 1. All right, so the goal here is to create this expression in between these two inequalities. And then we're going to take the limit of the left and the right side of the inequality and then see if this bounded expression is bounded between the same number. Okay? If we have the same number on the left and the right of this inequality, then the limit at the middle will have to attain the value of the numbers that bounds it from above and below if they are the same. Okay? So let's go ahead and create 7 minus 3x squared cosine 1 over x squared step by step here. So first thing we're going to do is we want to introduce this negative 3x squared piece. In order to accomplish that, we'll multiply the entire compound inequality by negative 3x squared. All right? So when you multiply by negative 3x squared, what happens is that signs change, the orientation of the inequalities change also. So we're going to have positive 3x squared is greater than or equal to negative 3x squared cosine 1 over x squared, and that's greater than or equal to negative 3x squared. Okay? Now let's write it in increasing order. So we have negative 3x squared as less than or equal to negative 3x squared cosine 1 over x squared, and that's less than or equal to 3x squared. Next thing we're going to do is we need to add 7 to all three sides of this complex inequality. So we're going to add 7 here, add 7, and add 7. All right, if we do that, we're going to have 7 minus 3x squared is less than or equal to 7 minus 3x squared cosine 1 over x squared, and that's less than or equal to 7 plus 3x squared. Okay, now if you take a look at what we have right here, what you notice is that the quantity in between these two inequality symbols is exactly the same as this quantity right here this expression that we're looking for the limit as x approaches 0 of. All right, so that was the goal all along, was to get the expression in between the two inequality symbols to match this expression right here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the limits of all three sides of this inequality, and then we're going to see what the boundary limits are going to be. Let's see if this is sandwiched between the same number. Okay, so we're going to take the limit as x approaches 0 of 7 minus 3x squared as less than or equal to the limit as x approaches 0 of 7 minus 3x squared cosine 1 over x squared, and that's less than or equal to the limit as x approaches 0 of 7 plus 3x squared. Okay, now let's see what the limit of the left side is. So if you evaluate the limit just by substitution, you're going to have 7 minus 3 times 0. And 7 minus 3 times 0, well, let me just show you the steps. 7 minus 3 times 0 square is less than. We're just going to leave the expression in the center just alone, because that's what we want to see. That's what we find in the limit of. Okay, so don't touch this one right here. Leave it alone. And then this one here, we evaluate this limit by substitution. 7 plus 3 times 0 square. All right. And then what do you notice? You notice that you have 7 as less than or equal to the limit as x approaches 0 of the expression 7 minus 3x squared cosine 1 over x squared, and that's less than or equal to 7. So what number is between 7 and 7? It's only 7, right? They're all together. So by the squeeze theorem, we know that this expression right here must be equal to 7 because that's the only number that's between 7 and 7. So we just write down the conclusion by the squeeze theorem. So by the squeeze theorem, the limit as x approaches 0 of 7 minus 3 x squared cosine 1 over x squared is equal to 7. Okay? So that's that. Alright, so you can click next to advance to the next problem, problem number 13. If you want more examples similar to this, just click here for more similar examples. Click on main test to gain access to the main menu to get direct links to every single question on this limits review test. And don't forget to subscribe for updates to other cool tutorials such as this.